Hello everyone, and welcome to Part 4, Dictionaries. Dictionaries are Python's version of hash tables, and back when we were working with JavaScript, these were known as objects. And again, they allow us to create a mapping of key-value pairs. And something to really note about dictionaries is that they do not retain any order. They only have a key-value pair system. Let's get started learning about the most important aspects of Python dictionaries. Let's hop to the editor now. Okay, let's start learning about dictionaries. First, I'll create a variable called my stuff, and we can have curly brackets, which defines a dictionary, and then we'll have a key. We'll make one key 1, and then we have a colon separating its value. For instance, we'll have just value, and then a comma separating the next key value pair. So again, we'll have a string here, key 2, colon, and then value 2. And if we want to actually grab a value, you just call it by its key. So I will print my stuff, and then in square brackets, pass in the key I want. So let's say key 1, save this, and I will say Python, and I've called this script notes.py, hit enter, and I get back value. And if I switch this to key 2, save this, run this again, I get value 2. Again, very similar to how objects worked in JavaScript. And it's important to note that dictionaries are very flexible in the data types they can hold. So for instance, this could have been a number, this could have been a string. I could have created another key called key 3, and that could have had another dictionary inside of it with another key 1, 2, 3, and a list of items here. So this is totally doable with Python. And if I just say print my stuff, we can save this, run this, and here we have the entire dictionary. Now notice here that the dictionary was not printed out in the same order that I defined it up here. So again, note dictionaries do not retain any sort of order. But let's imagine that I wanted to grab a particular item from this nested dictionary inside of a list. I'll call this grab me. So I want to grab this string called grab me. How do I actually get it from my stuff? Well, the first thing I need to do is work from the outside in. Or from the inside out, excuse me. We see here that we are the third item in the list, meaning I'm at index 2. So I can start getting that in the brackets. Then I'm at this key, 1, 2, 3. So we'll have that as well, 1, 2, 3, that's string. And then that is with this key, key 3. And then finally, that whole thing belongs to the dictionary called my stuff. So if I add these layers, first go to key 3, then grab key 1, 2, 3, then grab at index 2. Let's save this, run it, and I see I have the string grab me. Okay, so that's just a little practice exercise for you to check out. And what I could do is keep calling stuff off of this. So let's say I called upper off of that, run this, and now I see grab me in all caps. Hopefully you will never see something this nested, but keep in mind that Python does make it possible and pretty straightforward, honestly. Now let's talk about how to reassign dictionary items. Let me redefine my stuff to be something like lunch, and we'll define that as the string pizza. And let's define be fast for breakfast as the string eggs. So I will save that, call my stuff, and if I call lunch, let's print this out. So print out my lunch. I should get back pizza when I run this script. So there's pizza. If I ever want to change a key value pair, what I can do is say the name of the dictionary, my stuff, call the key. In this case, it's lunch, and then set it equal to something new. So for instance, let's say I had a burger for lunch. We'll save that. And now when I run this, I get burger out. And that is changed permanently in this dictionary. If I want to add a new key, then all I have to do is say my stuff, put a new key here, and we can say something like dinner, and then define that to be, let's say I had a pasta for dinner. Save that, run this, and now I have burger. Let's define print my stuff, save that, so print the entire dictionary, and see here that I printed out burger, but now I had beef fast eggs, lunch got redefined to burger, and then I had dinner for pasta, or pasta for dinner. Okay, that's really all we need to know about dictionaries. They should feel very familiar given that you've already done objects with JavaScript. One thing that's different between objects in JavaScript and dictionaries in Python is you don't really have the ability to add methods to dictionaries. Instead, they are just key value pairs, just straight hash tables. You won't be using them for methods inside of the dictionary like we did with objects in JavaScript. To do that with Python, we'll have to learn about object-oriented programming, which we'll discuss later on in the course. Okay, thanks everyone, and I will see you at the next lecture.